Guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Death Battle. And tonight, well, we got a battle of player-chosen avatars with the Dragonborn of Skyrim taking on the Chosen Undead from Dark Souls. Yeah, Skyrim Dark Souls. I thought you'd see this kind of battle. I'm actually kind of curious, because let's be real. You control how these players, or at least these characters, turn out. You can go for all, some, jack of all trades, master of none, whatever. I'm actually kind of curious to see who would actually win. Well, let's just hop in and see how this whole battle goes. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's check out this battle.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's right, our Brandon Yates.
Really? Never thought I'd get to stick around to hear this. What you got, Brandon? Let's go.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The last Dragonborn, the dragon-slaying savior of Skyrim.
Dolakin!
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embraced their destinies and stared down the very gods themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls!
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists, for this death battle we're giving them everything they have and maxing out all of their stats.
Which is totally possible in-game if you're willing to grind. He's waving
Nice.
my boomstick.
And
Go.
it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle. First up,
Our story begins
Dark Souls.
at the end. The great cities of old have collapsed. The heroes are dead or mad, and the golden age is over.
is over.
Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay
Let's
down
die.
and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
Here you go.
Rotting away in an asylum, all it took was an assist from an unlucky knight and a giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to
Hey,
claw
that's-
their way through their progenitors'
Oh,
forgotten
cinders, huh?
homeland.
And it helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now, they might slowly lose their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much time as they need to get good.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest. They've been chewed, eaten, and digested
Resurrection.
by what I can only describe as a toilet demon.
Yikes.
And they can have their souls torn from their very body. Because
Time
undead
and
humans
dimensional
don't
travel.
need their
Huh.
souls to survive.
Every time they die without immediate consequence, all state is like a reversion to the
If
pre-flame. Huh.
anything, it seems like they get off to it. And speaking of
Okay.
souls, they can absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without
Yeehaw.
involved training. With the right stats and setup, they can be anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And despite the serious gut,
Ready for fun.
these weapons can get anime as hell. Smo's great hammer is a ginormous mallet the size of a sedan.
Based
All
its
soul
size,
weapons,
like
oh
the
boy.
bronze composition,
Head is
half
class,
the way
humanity,
over
dark sign,
100,
green
but one
bloom,
like
dragon
Thor's
head.
great bow, which can shoot pillar-sized arrows and one-shot dragons out of the
Woo.
sky.
Or my favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of
Seek
sorcery,
the Scaleless.
the Scaleless. This baby's a universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool.
The chosen undead
I mean, he ain't wrong. But then again, I'm not sure if I'll ever play a Dark Souls game, because I don't think I need the raids there. I'm good. But still, you gotta admit, like, the fact that you actually take the boss weapons, like, whew, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. And you?
has learned magic from the greatest practitioners in the world. They can create shockwaves, form defensive barriers, reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control mines, fire magical crystal
Hey,
spears,
really?
turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off of mortal dragons.
So their
Yeah,
pool of
dragons.
magic is pretty limited. So if it comes down to it, they can
I don't want
shut
that
off
anymore.
all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud, including themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the chosen undead was rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space and warps them through attacks like they weren't even there. Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic, but great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed of
Really?
chaos, the mother of all demonkind, and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That was when the chosen undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even beaten other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire. Praise the sun, bro! And soon they were approached by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh,
Jocelyn!
You wouldn't believe
Hi.
how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's
Makes
story
sense.
time, kids. In the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life, and with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological
He's
Big
on-
Bang.
The gods were
True.
granted immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul. The Skyfather Gwyn feared humanity's immortality, and so sealed their dark souls within them. But as humanity reproduced, the Dark Soul collectively grew and the first flame waned. Turns out humans were naturally undying, or according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Yes, it's all a
Really?
conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie.
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the dark soul to keep the age of the gods going.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power. Well, that's a huge bummer.
They might look like a depressed California raisin, but in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time
Looking
are smart
glass
enough
nice.
to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based
Dang.
on their dodge compared to this beam and
In the
time
Dark
it took to
Lord.
reach
Whew.
them, they'd be reacting and
Bells of
moving at over
Awakening.
20% the
Sen's
speed of
Fortress.
light.
At the end of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the current age, or let it fade until only dark remains?
This is the biggest bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered. The cycle just continues age after age, with new heroes replacing the old ones, until the chosen undead was long forgotten.
Until the infinite march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It was about the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
AKA, it's not the destination, it's all about the journey. Which, in a way, makes it beautiful in a way. But damn, the Chosen Undead really sounds tough. So normally I'd be going straight into the next person, but considering Brandon Yates is actually doing this, or sponsoring, let's check it out. Come on, you know me.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon.
That's right, Boomstick. Dive into the thrilling world of versus music with Brandon Yates, as he brings hypothetical matchups to life through his commissioned compositions.
Brandon is one of the composers
yeah.
behind Death Battle, bringing us the incredible, show-stopping songs you know and love. Seriously, we love this guy.
Hollow Dreams, Princes of Pride, Hedge of Tomorrow, and some of our all-time greats. In fact, he composed the track for this very episode.
We'd love it if you supported Brandon's work and enjoyed more of his music by subscribing to his
Oh yeah, I think I actually remember there was like a...
Ever had a matchup you just want to see on the show and you just wish you had the music track for it?
Well, fans of Death
I think I
Battle
actually
have
remember
loved
one that was
Brandon's
like
music
Hajime and
too, all
Izuku.
commissioned by fans like you.
We're talking hundreds of commissioned songs, all for
I'm not
hypothetical
kidding.
episodes of Death Battle.
Everything from hard rock to jazzy to electronic to orchestral choirs.
And because Brandon is literally one of the main composers of this show, every track he makes sounds straight out of Death Battle itself.
Love
Why
the
not?
music from Death Battle? Then don't wait. Subscribe to Brandon Yates' YouTube and follow him on Spotify right away.
And back to it, time for the Dragonborn.
Hey, you! You're finally awake. Welcome to the frosty Viking paradise of Skyrim.
Skyrim, baby.
Quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throat of the world. Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach. Hey, what's that in the sky? Why, it's Macho Man.
Dragon! No.
No, it's Thomas the Tank Engine.
Mods. Come on, there you go.
But not just any
Dragon!
This is Alduin, the World Eater, and he's come to burn
Oh,
everything
gee.
to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his
You good?
path of destruction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of the
Thanks, Alduin.
mighty Imperial pigs. That'll be the worst mistake this scaly monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its freaking soul.
That could only mean
Man,
one
two soul
thing.
sucker heroes.
You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude.
Or whatever you
To
want.
battle Alduin and save the world.
In their
I wonder what
tongue,
hero they're
you
gonna
are
use.
The Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's
Hmm,
dragon
one
army,
soul of a dragon.
Dragonborn became a jack of all trades,
Prisoner.
master of all.
They learned
Yeah,
to
pretty
be a
much
master
Todd Howard.
assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy who's a good boy. That's a
AKA
good boy.
werewolf, baby.
The Skyrim Civil
Yeah.
War. On the
Really?
side,
Immortality?
Imperial Legion,
Gotta hear this.
Champions of Order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks?
Those elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those
Oh, boy.
jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals from innocent villagers by sticking buckets over their heads?
They can put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the
Rasmus
king
Razor,
and
huh.
princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from
Oof.
the plane of existence called Oblivion. From that
Dang.
Wesley Wabbit Shiogorad,
Asiatic
the
artifacts.
Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target. From disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
In Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the sun. To cover the distance
Holy.
between the Earth and the sun in about 2 seconds, the arrow would have to be moving at over 250 times the speed of light.
Yeah,
Except
light.
This isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According
Magnus?
to Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe
Hey, Brian,
text
what's up?
cosmology, when you look up at the sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of pure magic. Confused yet? I am.
Exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic
How
bullshit,
great.
the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells,
Whew.
control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially
Dang.
powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as
It always helps to have some
the
potions
ability
nearby.
they're most famous for is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will
Who's rolled
into
up?
reality.
Like with the classic Who's Roda? An unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week. Or
See ya.
Soul Tear, which removes the
Soul
soul from
Tear.
your enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem. Like so. Riva Soul!
Oh,
Wait, why didn't anything? Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to
Shit.
cover the down payment. With
Ouch.
these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country
Common
spanning
Thurl,
storms,
Ben
slow
Will,
down time, and
Dragon
even
Rend.
call upon a dragon for help. Odahvind.
really?
Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than
Huh.
time itself. They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The
Damn.
Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be
Nom 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 nom.
and they can carry up to 150 cheeses at once. My dream.
Jesus Christ.
Assuming these abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds of cheese.
And that
5
makes sense
tons?
considering
Holy crap.
They can match muscles with giants who are so strong they can shatter the game's
What?
code to pieces.
Ow!
Last Dragonborn has battled the vampire
Curd
Lord
playing as the
Harkon,
Mad.
ended Skyrim Civil War, and defeated the first Dragonborn, Mirak.
And according to the book, The Guardian and the Traitor, Mirak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from Skyrim's mainland.
By comparing the size of various countries on Tamriel's map, we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly 1,500 miles in diameter. In order to move that much land over the course of their fight, Mirak's magical prowess must have output an energy over 300 teratons of TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Not too crazy when shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's the level of unimaginable power the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Dang.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across its vast, sprawling history. The Nerevarine, the hero of Kvatch, all magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout echo through the mountains and the death throes of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin. Hey, Wiz, did you know that I can blow up a galaxy?
Well, I'm just gonna stop there, but, well, here we go, guys. We're almost to the battle. I'm actually kind of curious to see who would win this. I can't really tell who would win. I mean, I want to say Dovahkiin since I know him better, but I'm just gonna let this battle play out, because this is actually gonna be interesting. So let's see who wins, the Dragonborn or the Chosen Undead. Let the fight begin!
Right, combatants are set. You've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! Go! There's the Dovahkiin.
Stop this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, chosen undead.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Whew. Oh. Come on. Oh. Sa. Yeah. Oh. Just can't hit him. Oh, watch your back. Huh. Oh. Damn, looks like Dovahkiin's having a hard time. The arrow to the knee. Yeah, about that. Yeah, nope. Psych! Oh! Oh! He's like, thank you! Yeah, watch your back there, buddy. Whoa. Oh! Oh boy. Oh. Wait, huh? Oh, dragon's here. This ought to give him some distractions. Heads up. Oh! Well, that didn't work. Whew. Heads up. Damn, this could be close. Man. That undead is not giving up. Guys, he hasn't burned out the Wabbajack yet. Come on. Whew. Here we go again. Not this time. Oh, he stopped the spells. Uh-oh. Going for a choke. Oh, lost it. Oh.
Save this Fire!
That it?
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
So does that mean the Dragonborn won?
KO!
You die!
Oh my god, this boss is bullshit!
This debate was fascinating.
Yeah, no
The Dragonborn
kidding.
had
That was
a wider
tough.
variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that passively regenerated, as opposed to the chosen undead's limited pool of magic.
Oh yeah, they had to use
This was a
potions.
slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light, sure, but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times.
Oh yeah, pass through.
But none of that mattered if the Chosen Undead couldn't stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution, but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim Undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in Dark Souls can have their souls removed without dying.
Nothing.
So, why didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any Dark Souls boss.
True.
One word, power. The Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Oh yeah, like
That
summoning
makes sense.
country-spanning storms with a single shout, or defeating Mirak, who split
Yeah.
a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters are essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong.
That we've
Gameplay
seen.
alone won't give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The Chosen
yeah.
Undead sustaining the first flame with their soul was insanely impressive.
Well, for 1,000
flames
years, remember.
responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared to the power levels
Oh
in the
yeah,
Elder
dimensions.
Scrolls.
Let's compare the first flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those
Sheesh.
planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big
Maximum
planes of
powers.
reality. Alduin was going to eat infinity. Multiple
Infinite mass of infinite
Comparison,
size.
The
Whew.
first flame is powerful enough to sustain a universe.
It's gonna
at
go
the full
hollow.
time,
Too
but
slowly
it
to
can't
win.
be infinite. Otherwise, it never
Giant
would have
whoops.
faded to begin with.
And that meant the Chosen Undead
True.
just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls. The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragonborn's incredible skill, broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
The
Yep.
Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The
The
winner,
winner is the Dragonborn. There you go.
Thanks for
And
watching.
Skyrim
Stay tuned.
takes
We
the
have a new
win.
Death Battle releasing every 2 weeks this year. And click the join button to get new perks and extra content.
Nice.
Planet level members even see death battles before anyone else, so don't miss out.
Alright, next time. Kilia. Misaka. Battle lightning users. Alright. Ooh, this could be interesting. Alright. Railgun versus Assassin. That's not interesting. So, certain magical index is taking the lead, and so is the Hunter x Hunter. So, or Hunter x Hunter, sorry. It's gonna be interesting to say the least to see who wins that battle. But anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Till next time, like, subscribe for more. See ya!